Now to breaking news where authorities are in pursuit.
Gil Levis overhead in Sky 5 for us. Gil?
Senator Micah, we've been trying to catch up to this pursuit. It's a stolen vehicle out of Lakewood Sheriff's Department. You can see that vehicle right in the center of your screen now. We've been trying to catch up to this. It's been at a high rate of speed. The car is blacked out there. You see that white, we believe it's a Mercedes that is weaving in and out of traffic on the 405 freeway. It was coming westbound on the 105 freeway, came all the way to the 405 freeway northbound through the LAX area, and now is going up towards the 10 freeway right now. The Sheriff's Department and CHP in pursuit of this Lakewood Sheriff's Department as they're trying to get this person to slow down and into custody, but we were seeing speeds of over 100 miles an hour on that 105 freeway. Now the driver in heavy traffic approaching Santa Monica Boulevard right now as he weaves in and out of traffic here. We've seen some pretty close calls, especially with the headlights out, the car completely blacked out, and now approaching Wilshire Boulevard here, northbound 405 freeway.
Again, a stolen vehicle is the want. Sheriff's deputies in pursuit on the freeway. Gil, any understanding as to whether CHP might be getting into position to potentially take this over if sheriff's deputies want to relinquish it to the CHP?
Well, I believe they're involved. I'm not sure what degree they're involved in at this point, but they certainly will be likely taking over the pursuit at some point. They do have the airship overhead. That's a sheriff's airship overhead right now, but it has been a challenge to keep up with this driver. We've been trying to transition the LAX airspace. That's why we're far behind, but we do have this long shot of it going northbound up the Sepulveda Pass now as the driver encounters a lot of traffic. Look at that, hard on the brakes. He's got that RV there, and he's going to go right between, cutting him off. That's what we've been watching here all along here on the 405 freeway. This driver not caring about who's in front of him and who he's cutting off, but very dangerous situation nonetheless.
Yeah, Gil, I'm looking at that speedometer on the screen there and going more than 100 miles an hour at points all over the freeways. As you said, it's blacked out. His headlights are out. People out on the freeway, this is so dangerous. They just don't know what's coming up behind them.
Exactly, Sandra, and you know how dark it is up the Sepulveda Pass here, so that makes it even worse. Fortunately, that night sunlight from the sheriff's helicopter is helping to light things up somewhat, but at these speeds, you know, you don't see that car coming behind you. If you decide to make a lane change in front of it, it could be disaster for sure.
And we understand the Sheriff's Department may now be going into surveillance mode as the CHP is efforting units to get into position to take over this pursuit. At this point, as Gil's reporting, the Sheriff's Department is watching this from the sky as well, from a helicopter. So they're tracking the vehicle and waiting for the CHP to get into position, which obviously can take some time. And when you have a driver moving this erratically at such high speeds, it just compounds the challenge.
And Mike and Sandra, you know, they were talking about trying to set up a spike strip, but, you know, at these speeds, at this rate, it's too dangerous for those officers to get that out there in lanes, especially here on this wide Sepulveda, or the 405 freeway through the Sepulveda Pass. There's a lot of lanes, but we'll see what happens when the driver makes it to the San Fernando Valley side of the 405 freeway, if they're able to do anything at the interchange up there by the 101 and the 405.
Just completely ignoring the double lines of the carpool. Oh, just close calls, easing in and out of traffic. Gil, it looks like we might be able to detect some front-end damage. Any indication he has been involved in some sort of collision?
You know, that's a good question. I was noticing that too. We haven't heard of any impact made, but it wouldn't surprise me early on in the pursuit on the 105 freeway. The speeds were very high. Traffic was moderate, not as bad as this, but it's possible that there was some contact made at some point during this chase. Look at that move.
That is erratic driving, and it is very, very dangerous for the motoring public. And so many drivers at night in particular don't see it coming, nor do you expect to see a driver coming up on you on your 6 o'clock at 100 miles an hour, on just off to the left or just off to the right, swerving around you. You know, people oftentimes will change lanes not seeing it, and it can cause a collision. And at this speed, it could spell disaster. But again, this is a stolen car. LA County Sheriff's Lakewood Station in pursuit, tracking it from the air at this point as CHP is trying to get into position, as they will typically do when you see a pursuit on the freeway for any duration. The municipalities will often relinquish the pursuit to CHP. They're better equipped, they're better trained to handle a pursuit on a freeway in a situation like this. So it's a matter of time before CHP gets involved as they're moving in. But again, the Sheriff's Department tracking this from the air as well, as this driver is sweeping across lanes here and really making himself known to the drivers in the vicinity, which in a sense is a good thing. If you see something like this coming, you're obviously apt to get out of the way. Look at this driving.
Is he on the shoulder, Gil?
Yeah, that's the shoulder of the road. There are some cones there in the shoulder. In and out, this driver so desperate to get away. Now I'm hearing the CHP now on one of their frequencies talking about it. So they are getting units into position to intercept this pursuit. Approaching the 101 freeway here, and then we'll see what the driver does. It's going to be heavier traffic as we get into that 101 interchange here, but here he goes. He's looking like he's wanting to take the 101 here. He's going to go all the way across lanes, and this will commit the driver here to that 101, we believe here. Let's see. Look at that traffic there. He's going to weave in and out. He's going to have to hit the brakes here shortly, but we'll see which direction this driver takes, if indeed he goes either west or east on that 101.
Moving 100 miles an hour at times, clearing the Sepulveda Pass now into the San Fernando Valley. This started out on the 105 westbound to the 405 north and straight up the 405. Now we're in the San Fernando Valley, and again, it looks as though it's the 101, likely the 101 westbound at this point. It's still just a moment here, we'll see, but reckless driving to be sure. Oh, it looks like it's going to be, well, you can't predict. I mean, he's sweeping lanes. Yeah, there you go. He's going to the west. And obviously, the traffic is not a concern for this driver. Just wild in his behaviors here, sweeping across lanes. And now a bit of a trick here as the interchange is a bit crowded.
I mean, who would think at 11:20 on a Thursday night it would be this busy? It looks like perhaps they're slowing down on purpose. Maybe they don't know what's going on. Gil, this kind of leads me to believe that sheriff's officials might have some more information on this driver and not just a stolen vehicle. Absolutely,
you have to believe that. It seems so desperate for just the stolen vehicle. It might be. You know, it would be speculating, but it could be even maybe a carjacking situation. We just haven't got that confirmed yet. We know it's stolen, but the details of that's how it was stolen is unsure now. On this northbound or westbound 101 freeway here, heavy traffic, as you can tell. The driver trying to get through it, but still blacked out there. And CHP is still talking about getting units into position here to try to take it over and get it stopped. It's congested at this point, but it looks as though it's going to clear up in short order, and you may have wide open freeway once again, and a driver again inclined to drive 100 miles an hour or faster. And we've seen it as he moved up the 405 northbound through the Sepulveda Pass, sweeping across lanes, driving blacked out at times. Looks like his headlights are off now at this point. Again, the Sheriff's Department is overhead, so they are tracking this suspect. And we understand, again, CHP is working to get in position to take over. And they are equipped with the training and the manpower to see this through as long as it might take and as far as it may go. So again, this is a congested little spot here on the 101 westbound just off the 405, but it looks as though it's going to clear up shortly, and you'll see potentially a high-speed pursuit again. Absolutely. He's stuck in lanes there, the number 2 lane, and I'm trying to see, I'm going to ask my pilot, Anton, if you can tell what's blocking the lanes there up ahead of this. What's blocking the lanes up ahead of this pursuit? Yeah, it looks like there might be construction or an accident up ahead. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see it out my side of the helicopter. It's on my pilot's side, so I don't have eyes on it, but it should be clearing up here momentarily, like you were mentioning, Micah, and the driver will likely hit the gas. He's trying to find any way through the traffic here, as you can tell there, but still bumper to bumper at this point, probably for the next quarter mile to a half mile.
Yeah, drivers in Los Angeles not inclined when they get stuck in traffic to just be polite and let people get ahead, let alone somebody in a blacked out car with flashing lights behind them and a helicopter overhead. Gil, I think a lot of people watching at home are probably wondering why don't the deputies just move in right now when he's kind of boxed in?
Yeah, you would think that would be the case. The problem is that the heavy traffic that this driver's in. It's the same that the deputies will be facing as well. So it's not so easy to get through this traffic, as you can tell, as the driver's trying to get away. So is the sheriffs. They're trying to get closer and closer to this driver. But I am looking down the freeway behind the pursuit here, and I'm looking for any kind of lights and sirens that are coming. And we're just not seeing it yet, but the CHP definitely talking about it. They're desperate to get behind the vehicle and light it up. So I think we might have some luck, though, once this traffic clears. Our Simon Dess is telling us that there is some construction here, and indeed, Sandra, like you said, that should be clearing here in a short time. But the driver there trying to find any little pocket to get ahead, and the CHP still talking about getting right behind it.
And we understand, again, this is a situation where the Sheriff's Department has gone into surveillance mode. So the ground units, there's the CHP now trying to get involved. The ground units of the Sheriff's Department will have backed off a bit, won't be as aggressive. Again, they're tracking it from the air, and that's the marker they'll use as the CHP moves in. And I believe we saw a unit there, Gil, CHP black and white with lights on there at the top left of the screen, running parallel to this suspect. Now he turns his lights on, and you bet he's trying to blend in.
Right.
That's exactly it. Absolutely trying to blend in. He saw that unit go by him and figured, oh, I better turn my headlights on, so I blend in. Here goes the other one, another unit going by him. But now, wait, they're getting a little wise to it. They're getting direction from the airship overhead. That unit's going to get right behind the vehicle. He's being guided in. I can hear them talking about it on the CHP frequency right behind him, lighting him up. Here we go. We'll see what the driver does. Doubt he's going to pull over at this point.
Yeah, it looked like just a few miles back that the orange cones were out and these traffic lanes were actually being narrowed, taking away a lane or two. So that construction, there's another cone, could be the possibility for that traffic jam.
Yeah, and we're just now seeing that Caltrans work there on the shoulder. Here it goes on the shoulder. But yeah, we're getting through that Caltrans work now, and the freeway is going to open up here shortly, and I believe the speeds will pick up again.
And wide open. This driver, to remind you, was moving north of 100 miles an hour. This was the LA County Sheriff's Department Lakewood station that initiated this pursuit. It's a stolen car is the want. As far as we know, beyond stolen car, we don't know. There may be more to this. But this suspect, again, being pursued by the LA County Sheriff's Department, they are in the air continuing to track it. The CHP has just moments ago taken over this pursuit, and they will follow it as this suspect moves now westbound on the 101 freeway. There had been a bit of congestion there coming off the 405, but it has cleared up, as we saw on the maps indicating that it would. And this driver now again north of 100 miles an hour. The CHP very aggressive, as we have seen, and how they managed this particular situation. The time is on the side of CHP. This driver is really rolling the dice here.
And headlights out again.
Yeah, sorry guys, that was so close. I thought he actually hit, but did not. But yeah, headlights out again, speeds up again. The CHP in trail, airship overhead, and weaving in and out of traffic, or using all lanes where you're at Reseda Boulevard, northbound 101 freeway, and the driver refusing to pull over. Let me come out to a wide shot and see the distance the driver got on that unit. He did get quite a distance. There he is on the right-hand side of your screen, and the suspect vehicle there and the lead at over 100 miles an hour.
All right, so this is a pursuit that originated in the Lakewood area. The driver in that stolen white car you see there blacked out. His lights are off. Occasionally he has turned them on, occasionally even using his turn signal. A very dangerous pursuit with speeds topping over 100 miles an hour. CHP has now taken over as he moves northbound on the 101. Hit a bit of traffic, but now it looks like it is wide open again, and the speed's really amping up, Gil.
really is, Sandra. You can see the our speedometer there, 106 miles an hour in and out of traffic. He's passing those cars like they're standing still. Out for a wide shot here. There's the CHP catching up to it. And as they catch up, he just hits the gas even harder. It's unbelievable. Fortunately, the traffic has thinned out here a little bit, but still, very dangerous situation.
Oh, he'll be moving right into the Calabasas area in no time at these speeds, and CHP intent to stick behind him. Is the Sheriff's Department still overhead as support, Gil?
Yeah. Sorry, Micah. We're hearing that the airship still is overhead. They don't have the night sunlight on, but also there might be some more Caltrans. We're just hearing now at Topanga Canyon Boulevard that there might be a closure of the freeway or a partial closure. It might go down to a couple lanes here, so we might see a repeat of some traffic up ahead here.
I mean, this is the time of night when Caltrans really goes into action, starts closing exit ramps and closing freeway lanes, and that's what we saw just a few moments ago. Again, if you're just joining us, CHP in pursuit of this stolen car in the Woodland
Anton,
Hills
let's try
area
to climb
right
a little
now.
bit.
Gil taking care of some business for us, but you see him on the left side. Now moving into the center. We don't know if he was involved in an earlier collision, but it does appear that there's some front end damage to that vehicle. Gil, have you heard any indication that there's more than one person inside the vehicle?
No, we haven't heard that yet. It's hard to tell. The windows look like they're tinted pretty heavily. Yeah, and unfortunately, this is a very dark stretch of freeway. That was the some Caltrans work that we were talking about there. It looks like the driver's through that area, but wow, coming close to these cars and blacked out in this area. You can see how dangerous it can be if one of those drivers were to change lanes suddenly. It would be a disaster. But in the dark, northbound 101 freeway at Valley Circle, and let me come out to a wider shot to see. There's the CHP still in trail, keeping an eye on the driver as they go over 100 miles an hour.
In a desperate situation and desperate action by this driver trying to get away, you will not outrun the CHP. They've got units standing by out ahead of the situation here in what they would call a handoff, jurisdictional handoff. If it continues, and obviously into Ventura County, yet another jurisdictional handoff. But the manpower is there. And the time is again on the side of law enforcement. This driver has been most desperate on the freeway at 110 miles an hour plus, driving on the shoulder, sweeping across lanes through the Sepulveda Pass. Very dangerous. It came within feet of hitting cars on many different occasions, sweeping. We haven't seen him hit anyone at this point since we've been over it, but a very reckless and dangerous situation as CHP continues to follow the suspect. Again, it's a stolen car. The LA County Sheriff's Department initiating this pursuit in the Lakewood area. It moved westbound on the 105 to the 405 northbound, and now we are on the 101 northbound, moving in a westerly direction toward Calabasas through the San Fernando Valley, and the CHP with their hands full tonight, Gil.
Oh boy, that's for sure. Into Calabasas now as we come out to a wide shuttle, so show you the pursuit here.
All right, we'll continue to track this for you. Updates available throughout the night on KTLA.com. The morning news begins at 4 a.m. Good night, everybody.